All right, guys, we're going to log back in and do another sampling of the strategy. This is on I'm just not going to say a throwaway account, but it's like an account that I use to test different strategies out. This particularly for YouTube, but this particular method is one that we've already tested before. I'm going to show you guys something a little different. So typically, our only objective is to earn 2 units in a shoe, and typically we start at the at the top of a shoe. However, I'm going to show you a way where you can enter in directly into a shoe without having to wait for the top of a shoe. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some information. Like, we already have outcome data here, so we literally can start right in the shoe. So what I'm going to do, we're going to delete the previous information, and we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so let's start right here at this P, and or we'll start at this one, and we'll put the outcomes in the simulation. Okay, so this is going to be a P, B, P, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, B, and then P. All right, so that's one outcome. Let's go ahead and put in this information. We're gonna update the algorithm, copy, paste, clear. So we have 1, 2, 3. So that's a PPP, P, and P. All right, so let's go ahead and update the algorithm. And what we're gonna do is, let's see, that's correct. All right, PPP, so we have 1, 2, 3. So we have a BPP, and so we would have won if we had to play game 3. Sorry. All right. Now let's see where we are, because we should be ready to play the next one. Okay, so this is a banker outcome. We're gonna go and put our chip on player. All right, so to give you guys, okay, here we go. To give you guys some perspective, we're starting actually on game 4. We typically start on game 3. We would have won that one had we started on game 3. We're only looking to make 2 units in this shoe. And as you can see here, there's only one algorithm that's at 100%. So if we lose this game, we are going to be done with the shoe. All right, so player 1, as you can see here, and that's gonna put a player right there. That one, we're gonna update all the algorithms at 1, but since we won that first one, we now have to wait for the next outcome so that we can complete the cycle. So we're gonna wait for the next outcome. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hold on, there we go. We're gonna wait for the next cycle of this game.
Looks like you lost another one.
And again, like, when you actually do this, you'll learn how to do it. So you're not gonna be just actually it's a verbatim process as on top of that. Like, all right, so we're here, shoe 27. So basically that's kind of how you enter into a game that's already there. Like, it was at hand 20, I think, or game 20 or hand 20. So that's, that's still early in the shoe. You could enter into a shoe without having to wait for the beginning of a shoe. All right, same way I just did that. It's just that you may end up, if you time it right, you'll end up on the third or fourth game before you start. All right, so go ahead and put a banker here. We're going to be on algo 1, so we're going to go ahead and put our chip back on the player. All right, and this is how this will work. So if we make this unit, this will be the second unit for this session. If we should lose the game, okay, which means we'll lose the next 2 bets. Excuse me. If that should happen, we will be at a -1, all right, and we will continue to play until we're either at a 3 or the ultimate stop loss. All right, so let's go ahead and put banker here, and now it's telling us to put 6 units on banker. All right, so this will put us at a -1, right? So what we'll do is we'll continue to play, so as long as there is an algorithm that is at 90%, but there isn't one. Okay, so I don't see one here. So if we win, that's great, but if we don't, then this shoe will be over, not because it's at a -3. We'll only be at a I think 2. Where are we? Come on, ink us out here. Still a tight one. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's a tie. All right, a tie is better than a loss, so we're going to repeat the bet. When you're ready. Okay, there we go. All right, so we'll be at a -1, but let's just see what happens. We'll be at a -1, but for this shoe, let's just see what happens. But if we win, that's good, but if we lose, I'm going to show you how we manage. All right, because that's the thing. It's not about whether we can win, it's how do you manage the losses. That's where you want to go, and that's where you want to be. This is looking good so far, but I've seen a 7 end up being a loser. Okay, so we won. All right, so we won here, guys, right? So we've gotten our 2 units, right? According to the way that this process works. So this would have been a winner. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right, -3. All right, so you could see here, you could see the distribution, how we were able to look at where the losses were stacked in the algorithms, and we were able to get our 2 units right here. You see how effective that is? Now, if we had lost this one, let's say this wins. All right, you see how there is no algorithm that's at 90%? What will happen is you could virtually watch it and wait until you find an algorithm that reaches 90%. Then you can start back playing, or you can just wait for the next shoe, basically. So you could either do or, but in this case, we've gotten our 2 units, and that puts us, you can see the bankroll is even starting to climb slowly. It's right at 161. So that was basically 3 sessions that we played, and we were able to get, I think we got 3 on the first one and 2. So basically the thing about 3 units is that 3 units is the maximum that you can go. We average 2 units. Okay, so if you get 2 units, you're all right at the average. Okay, 3 units is the most that we'll go for in a shoe. Could you go for more? Sure you could, but you run into variance. Okay, but our sweet spot to hit that 82% is all right there in the very beginning. All right, so if you want to learn how to use the program, the software, and help stack up this money with me, permutationspro@gmail.com, and send me an email and let me know you'd like to be a part. This is not some type of fun time, part-time gambling operation. No, this is a business operation we're in. If you're prepared to do business, then send me an email. If you're just wanting to gamble or be a better gambler, just stay gambling, because here you have to follow the rules. You got to be consistent. All right, like we have drawdowns that could go into like 2 or 3 days. Like, it's possible. It doesn't happen often, but it's possible. And if you're not prepared for that, when that happens, you might think something's wrong. But that's just that gambler's fallacy of thinking that you won the last 3, you're supposed to win the next 3. It doesn't work that way. Permutationspro@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll try and do more content just like this to show you guys what time it is. I told you guys before, we have the world's best Baccarat software probably ever created. 15 million stress tested shoes, and we still ended up with an 82% win rate. And so far in these videos I've shown you guys, we haven't even had a losing session yet. So with that said, guys, if you'd like to be a part, permutationspro@gmail.com. Until the next time, take care.